legit.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Vanessa Alexander Marshall and welcome. If you're new here, hi, how are you? Don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure you're clicking the notification bell so every time I'm uploading a new video, you are notified. Ignore the sounds. I know it's a little noisy. I have a dishwasher, a washer, and a dryer going on right now, and it's raining outside. Yeah, I just got a little bit of everything going on right now, so pardon the sounds that you hear. So what am I going to be bringing for you guys today? So today I decided I think it's only appropriate for me to bring this kind of makeup look, and it's long overdue on my channel, and I should have did it on the other channels as well, which I think I did it on my second channel. It's been a long time ago since the last time I did this kind of makeup look, but I'm bringing it back for you guys. So what makeup look am I bringing for you guys? Everything I'm going to be using today, this is all black owned makeup. So everything I'm going to be using today is from a black owned makeup brand. I think it's only fair and only fitting in the times that we're currently in to showcase some black owned makeup brands. It may be some brands that you are not familiar with, brands that you have been familiar with. So yeah, I decided to bring this video for you guys. So come on in. Let's go ahead and do this makeup look featuring all black owned makeup brands. As always, I do have my handy dandy mirror with me. First, let's start with primer. Now with this brand and with me doing this primer, I've actually had this brand up here for quite a while. I featured them on my other channel a long time ago, and I'm so excited that not only do you hear about them again, they're now in Sephora. Yay! But I remember this brand when I first became familiar with this brand when they were on Shark Tank long time ago, and it's so exciting that to see them now in Sephora. What brand am I talking about? I always knew about Range Beauty. I always knew about Range Beauty. I always knew about them. I always did. But it's just so awesome to see them now in Sephora. I remember they made a deal with, I think it was Lori. I believe that's who they made the deal with, was Lori. But this is their illuminating face primer. It does look like a foundation, but it is not. Their foundation is also really good. But this is their illuminating primer. It's been a while since I've worn it, so, and I remember when I did wear this primer, it gives this glow within. Yeah. So this is what the primer looks like. It looks like it's a skin tone, but this is a illuminating face primer. And I will say that this primer works with their foundation really well. So I'm just gonna put their the primer in my am I almost out? In my four corners. I think I'm almost out. But this is an illuminating face primer. I have to get some more. I'm gonna have to get some more. And now, if I remember, I used to apply this with I used to apply this with a brush. But no, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna apply it with a brush. But this does give a glow within. And I want to say this was one of the products that they talked about on Shark Tank initially. But my husband actually put me on to this brand when they were on Shark Tank. And he still watches Shark Tank. And he got some of the old episodes. And if I'm not, I won't be surprised if he still has this episode of Range Beauty. I won't be surprised if he still has this. But see how it gives that glow, that luminosity. And this works very well with my very dry skin, because I got some dry skin too. I got some very dry skin. Next is foundation. I may have a new foundation. I may have a new favorite foundation. I may have a new favorite foundation. So y'all know my all-time favorite foundation is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. The shade I am in is Shy. I have tried so many other foundations. I have my staple foundations that I bring with me when I go out of town with travel basketball, which we have travel basketball coming up with my son. Then I tested this foundation out. I've had this foundation for the longest time in the absolute world. Finally took it out of the box, put it on, and I went, whoa, where have I been? Why haven't I opened this sooner? I could not understand why I hadn't opened it sooner. I am talking about child. I'm just gonna say this. Y'all better pick y'all up some Wyn Beauty. Pick up some Wyn Beauty. This, I put this, I can't even talk. I put this foundation on, and baby, love the foundation. This gave me a light to medium coverage, and it is buildable. I don't know what shade this is because I don't have my glasses on. I think this is the shade. I do not have my glasses on. If you are not familiar with Wyn Beauty, you can find Wyn Beauty on in Ulta, or you can find it on Ulta's website. Wyn Beauty is Serena Williams's makeup brand. So pick this up, and of course with the color, it's the color of a tennis ball. So why not? So I actually have a few items from Wyn Beauty that I have been wearing, and I went, okay, Serena. Okay, Serena. So this is their foundation. I put this foundation on, and y'all, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna put this foundation in my four corners. I don't believe she has a does she have a primer? I don't believe she has a primer. I don't think she has a primer. I don't know. I don't remember seeing one. Okay guys, I did one layer of this foundation, and you can very much so tell this is a light coverage foundation, but you can build it. And if you've been following me I don't like all that full coverage, but I do like this, and this is, for me, it's skin-like. Very, very, very skin-like, and then the primer works really well. So I only did a very light coverage of it, and I'm telling you, when I first put this on, I went, ooh, I like this foundation. I really, 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 okay, this is a favorite of mine. I'm telling y'all, I really, really, really like this foundation. Next is concealer. Now I just bought you something that's new, like Wyn Beauty. For concealer, we finna go all the way back, old school. I got to bring the old school back. If you old school, you Gen X like me, then you know everything about the original OG high-end black-owned makeup brand from the get-go. So if you don't know nothing about Fashion Fair, you don't know nothing about Fashion Fair. Come on. You need to look up this Fashion Fair. I had the Fashion Fair, their face primer ran completely out. Ran completely out of the primer, and I need to pick up some more primer. But they hadn't too long came out with this concealer, and it was like, it's high time y'all finally come out with a concealer, because when it relaunched, they came out with a cream to powder, they came out with a stick foundation, and the stick foundation, I absolutely love the stick foundation. I go in between the stick foundation and the cream to powder foundation in the same shade I'm in, brown. It's Brown Sugar Babe. Love, 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 love that foundation. But this concealer does not disappoint, baby. It does not disappoint. I absolutely love it. This is what the doe foot applicator looks like. We're just gonna do a little bit here and here. I don't do a whole lot as far as putting a whole bunch of concealer all over the place. This is as far as I'm going to go as far as concealer placement. But yeah, I think this has only been out for maybe a year. It hasn't been out for that long, and I absolutely love the concealer. So I'm just going to take, this is indeed the OG Beauty Blender itself. I'm going to take the Beauty Blender and I'm just going to blend. And look at that coverage. And I'm taking some of that concealer over my eyes. This will be as my eyeshadow base. So I don't need a lot of concealer. I see how that blends really, really well. That blended very, very well. Again, if you're like me, Gen X, and you remember Fashion Fair was my favorite. My absolute favorite. I had to save up my little college money to go to the department store and go pick up Fashion Fair. So it wasn't no Sephora back then. You had to go to the actual department store. And for me here in Baton Rouge, I went to Maison Blanche. You don't know about Maison Blanche. Back then it was Gauchos. Then it was Maison Blanche Gauchos. Then it became Maison Blanche. So it's been long closed, long time ago. But I remember that's where I bought my Fashion Fair makeup, was Maison Blanche. And Maison Blanche turned into Dillard's. There we go. So we're gonna do that, and look at that. Look, it does come in several shades, so you can either check out Fashion Fair's website or go check out Sephora, because they do have it in Sephora stores. Or you can check Sephora's website because they do have it. For those of you that are new to my channel, I do set my face twice. The first setting powder, we're going to continue on with Fashion Fair. This is their loose setting powder. This is their sulfur shade. I think this is called Truly Tawny. This was the name of it, Truly Tawny. That is the name of the shade. I also have a deeper setting powder shade from Fashion Fair. I wear a lot of Fashion Fair when I sing in church. I do wear a lot of Fashion Fair. I've changed it up a little bit. So I may bring you an updated video for the makeup that I use for singing in church. But yes, I absolutely loved it. This is like if you wanted to compare this to Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is like that peach shade. It's what it is. So that's what it looks like. And all I'm going to do is just take my sponge, take that, and I just put it in my same little areas I always do. And again, hasn't changed in all these years. It has not changed. And what you seeing me do is take off a little bit of this excess. I don't leave my bake on for too long. So I am going to take my brush and I am going to sweep this off. And look how smooth that is under my eye. That is so smooth. Oh, great. I put that powder on, y'all, and my little friend is right here on my forehead. It just brought my little friend out. Alright, for my second setting powder, this is so funny to me because this brand is so popular. I don't think anyone realizes it's a black-owned makeup brand. I don't think nobody realizes it's a black-owned makeup brand. And you know what? I love that for us. And it comes in so many shades. They have a variety of makeup. I absolutely, totally, 100% love this brand. And I did buy a lot of their products when they first came out. Who am I talking about? It's like, it's so funny that, and it's almost like a well-hidden secret, but, well, I'm going to be quiet. I know a few of us have mentioned that this is a black-owned makeup brand, but I really don't think nobody understands that LYS is a black-owned makeup brand. But it has so many universal shades for literally anybody, and the products are so good. So you can either go on LYS's website or, again, on Sephora.com. This is the second setting powder. I believe this is the dark. Yeah, this is their dark deep shade. Loyalty is the name of the shade. This is the second one called Loyalty. So all I'm going to do is just take it, and then I take that and I just put it over the rest of my face. And of course with LYS, they're known for their triangular shape. And I'm just going to take that setting powder and set the rest of my face with it. And I'm just patting the powder in like so, all over the face. And I'm just gonna put that all over here. They do have a bronzer. They have that very popular stick bronzer. They came out with that tinted moisturizer stick, which I tried that. I got thoughts on that. I got thoughts. I have so many thoughts on it. See that I like that glow within that primer from Wyn Beauty is bringing. I like that glow within, and I don't look greasy. I really like that. Next is bronzer. I'm actually about to bring this bronzer for you guys for the first time. I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. It's been sitting up here in the package for such a long time, and I'm finally going to try this bronzer out. This is the bronzer from Pat McGrath. It's been sitting in the box forever and a day. It has. It's been sitting in the box forever and a day. This is her bronzer. I'm actually about to open it and take it out the packaging for the first time. Been wanting to try this bronzer out for the longest, so I'm finally going to try this bronzer out. Look, fresh out the pack. Pat McGrath. And I love Pat McGrath products. Now, there's a rumor going around about her brand. I don't know how true it is. I got to look into that a little bit more, but we're going to see. But yeah, this is her bronzer. This is what it looks like. And if you know me, you know I use bronzer for literally all over the face. If I'm going to like chisel a contour, then I call it then what it is, a contour. So that's what I'm gonna do, use it as contour. But this I use for all over the face. So let's see what this bronzer. Not doing too much for me. Oh, yes it does. Okay, yeah. It's red. It's making me red. Okay, I'm gonna have to definitely use, ooh. Even more so bringing out my little friend on my forehead here. I didn't mean for my little friend to come out like that. No, did not mean for that. So this thing is pretty pigmented. Okay. Definitely very pigmented. So I'm definitely going to use this definitely as true contour. Yeah. Oh, this thing is, hold on. Okay. You made my forehead red. You see how red my forehead is? It made my forehead red. Made everything, ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we got a little pigment here going on here. Okay, Pat McGrath. Okay, I'm definitely looking a little red right here because I think I did a little bit too much of everything. Bronzer and setting powder. But okay, this got some color. This got some pigment to it. So, okay. Okay. I see you, Pat. I see you, Pat McGrath. I see you. But yeah, somebody's saying it's being taken up by Louis Vuitton. Is that true? Now let me know in the comments. What's going on with Pat McGrath Labs? What's going on with Pat McGrath? What's going on with Pat McGrath? Next is blush. I ain't have to go for what I'm going to use for blush. Any questions? I mean, any questions? Any questions? Do I hear a question? Do I see a question? Do you need to ask me a question about this blush? Do I need to say anything about this blush? No, I don't need to say nothing about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you don't know nothing about Juvia's Place blushes or anything Juvia's Place, where have you been? I have, which volume is this? This is the very popular volume 4 blush. This is the one, I have not used this one the way I use the volume 1. But if you're not, you need some reminder. This is what volume 4 looks like. This bubblegum pink. I'm going to put this pink shade up here. I'm going to put it on. I kind of need a little color right now because I'm looking a little dark right here. Yeah, that's going to help me out just fine. And if you think this light, that these pink shades are not going to show up on your melanated skin, guess again, because we're talking Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place shows up on everything and everybody, baby. And this definitely shows up on the skin. Here we go. And it's actually been a while since I've worn this blush. Like I said, I always wear the volume 1 blush. And it took forever before I could actually get my hands on a volume 4, because at the time volume 4 was sold out everywhere, but I finally was able to get my hands on volume 4. And I really don't wear it the way I wear the volume 1. I really don't. Next is eyeshadow palette. Now I could have gone with the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, but I said no, I'm not going to even go there. So I'm going small black on makeup brand. That's where I'm going. This is a go-to for me. I recently used this eyeshadow palette on my new daughter-in-law when I did her makeup, and she was looking for a neutral look. She was going for a pink look, but when I showed her this eyeshadow palette, she go, ooh, I want that instead. So if you don't follow Beats by Dale Cosmetics on TikTok and Instagram, what are you doing? Just like, what are we doing? And she does some of the most craziest makeup looks ever. And it's funny when she gets her husband's reaction to all these crazy makeup looks that she does. I mean, she does so many crazy makeup looks. But I got her In the Buff eyeshadow palette. I've had this eyeshadow palette for quite a while, and I tend to forget about it. But then when I go back into the In the Buff eyeshadow palette by Beats by Dale Cosmetics, I remember how pigmented this eyeshadow palette really is. So for those of you that know who Beats by Dale Cosmetics is, this is her In the Buff eyeshadow palette. So I am going to go with this eyeshadow palette today. And this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. If you're not familiar with it, I don't know if she still offers this eyeshadow palette. She had this one and like the rainbow color one. I wasn't going for that rainbow color one. I like neutrals. So I went with neutrals instead. That's what I like. I really like neutrals. All right, so where are we going to go for our transition shade? You know what? I'm going to go with this shade right here in the corner. I am going to put that in my crease. And look at the pigments. I'm getting you some pretty good pigment. Actually, I'm looking at this palette. I have dug into this particular color a lot. So check that out. Light. Because I like this color. I really do like this color. I really do. All right, on my lid, I am going to put this shimmer shade all over my lid. Ooh. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Look at that shimmer. Look at that shimmer. That shimmer, yes. All right, next is setting spray. I am so glad that Juvia's Place came out with a setting spray. I'm glad y'all came out with a setting spray. What took you so long, Juvia's Place? What took you so long? Yes, this is their set. What is this? Their set and reset. This is the name of the setting spray. This does have fragrance. I will tell you this. This does have fragrance. And it is pretty, you know, it gets into your face. That's how the sprayer is. Yes, it does have fragrance. So if you're a person that don't care for fragrance, which a lot of y'all like that one size. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all like fragrance. If y'all liking that one size, you should be used to this one too by Juvia's Place. So this does have fragrance. Next is mascara. I had to choose which one of the mascaras to get. But I say, you know what? I'm going to go with what I like. This is the Wyn Beauty Mascara. I have been wearing this mascara and I really do like this mascara. Again, if you're not familiar with Wyn Beauty, that is Serena Williams brand. So check it out. This is what the wand looks like. Yeah. See how that mascara gives me a lot of top lashes? It gives me a lot of lashes. And if you're like me who does not wear false lashes, this is a very good mascara from Wyn Beauty. Check it out. Again, you can check it out at Ulta. They do have a display at Ulta, or check the website. All right, last but not least, lip. I had to get a restock. I had to re-up. I'm telling you, I had to re-up on my Lippie pencil from Juvia's Place. I had to re-up. I think this is Coffee Bean. Y'all had to re-up on this. This is my second one. I used the living daylight out of this lip pencil when we were out of town for my son's basketball. I literally used the absolute last of it and had to throw my pencil out. I was so upset But I re-upped. I got another one. I absolutely love this lip pencil. So yes, if you have not picked up any of these Lippies from Juvia's place, what are you waiting on? Get you a Lippie. Yes. Oh, how I've missed you. I'm telling you, these Lippies from Juvia's place, let me get you some. And for a lipstick, what, you actually thought I was gonna do this video? I was gonna do this ham video here. I was gonna do this, and you thought I wasn't gonna include Fenty Beauty? You thought I wasn't gonna include Fenty? You thought I wasn't gonna include Fenty? Hello? You thought I wasn't gonna include Riri? So if you're not familiar, this is her Stunner lip paint. Which one is this? This is Uncuffed, I think is what it is. I think this is it. I don't know, one of those. It's this pinky nude shade. I just put that. I'm just gonna blot and mesh that in with the brown liner. And I'm about to top it with a gloss. Alright, and here we are. Here is the finished look. This is my makeup look featuring all black owned makeup brands. These are awesome brands, both high-end and drugstore. So check them out either at your local Ulta or Sephora, or check their websites. And their products are really, really, really good. As you can see, it's pretty doggone good to me. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.